lousy, rotten, stinkin' grapes. By Margie Palatini. Fox eyed a bunch of tantalizing grapes hanging from a vine growing high on a tree. "Those juicy morsels are for me," he said with a grin. The problem was, Fox was only so high, and the grapes were so high. "No matter," said he. "I am sly, clever, smart. After all, I am a fox." He made a plan. "Add this to that. Multiply that to this. To subtract here, there, and carry the 2 minus the 1, and voila! Grapes." There he is looking for his grapes. They're high up there. Hop, skip, jump, flying leap! Oh, and no grapes. Fox climbed out from the thicket and he brushed off his coat. Perhaps a bit of a boost is needed. But where to get a boost? Grunt, grunt, grunt. Fox turned. He grinned. "Why, Bear, old buddy, I say, do you like grapes?" "Grapes?" said Bear. "Ah, do I? I think I do. Yes, I think I do. Yep, I do. Here's Bear coming into the picture. And there he is looking at the situation. "Excellent! Look and listen. Here's the plan," explained Fox. "You stand here. I will stand on your head there. And on the count of 3, you give me a boost, and voila! Grapes." Bear looked at the plan. He looked at the grapes. He looked at the tree. He stared at his big front paws, and he thought, you know, Fox, I'm thinking that maybe I could just wrap my paws..." Interrupted Fox. Bear, my dear dim buddy, your job is brawn, not brain. You leave the thinking to me. After all, I'm the fox. I'm sly, clever, smart. I know how to get grapes. Bear shrugged. "If you say so." Bear stood here. Fox climbed up, stood on top of Bear's head there. Fox counted. 1, 2, 3, and... no grapes. Fox brushed off his coat and he straightened his nose. "Maybe a little bit more lift and thrust and whoomph is needed here." Bear shrugged. "If you say so." Now, where to find oomph? Pat, slap. Pat, slap. Pat, slap. Fox peered down at the pond. He grinned. Here he is missing the grapes. But who does he see? Who's making that noise? Slap, pat, slap, pat. Ah. "Why, Beaver, dear pal, I say, do you like grapes?" "Grapes?" said Beaver. Oh, well, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I do. Excellent. Look and listen. Here's the plan, explained Fox. Bear stands here. You stand on Bear's head there. I stand on your tail. And on the count of 3, Bear gives a boost as you give an oomph, which brings me there. Voila! Grapes. Beaver looked at the plan. He looked at the grapes. He looked at the tree. He tapped his front foot, and he thought. Fox, I'm thinking, if I just start chewing on that... Interrupted Fox. Beaver, 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 my dentally challenged chum. You just mind the umphing. Leave all the thinking to me. After all, I'm the fox. I'm sly, clever, smart. I know how to get grapes. Beaver shrugged. If you say so. Bear stood here. Beaver stood on Bear's head there. And Fox stood on Beaver's tail. 1, 2, 3, and whoosh, up he went flying. No grapes. Fox climbed out of the brambles. Just need an inch or two, you know, just a little scooch. Yes. Fox measured this. He weighed that. He turned around and he grinned. Ooh, another friend has come along. Why, Porcupine, you short scooch of a fellow. Do you like grapes? Grapes? I suppose I do enjoy a grape or two now and then. Oh, excellent! Look and listen, here's the plan, explained Fox. Bear stands here, Beaver stands there, you stand on Beaver's tail, I stand on you, and on the count of 3, Bear boosts as Beaver umps while you scooch, which brings me there. Voila! Grapes. Porcupine looked at the plan. He looked at the grapes. He looked at his back full of quills. Excuse me, Fox, I have a suggestion. Perhaps if I just point my quills... Interrupted Fox. Porcupine, my dear friend, let us not get all prickly. You just be a scooch, you leave the ideas to me. After all, I'm the fox, sly, clever, smart. I know how to get grapes. Porcupine shrugged. If you say so. Here's Fox. He's showing the plan. Oh, there's Porcupine. I wonder what he could do with all those quills. Bear. Now Bear, he doesn't look all that interested. He looks like he might be asleep. Oh, those grapes. Lots of grapes. Here they are. Look at Fox. He's trying to stand up tall. Bear stood here. Beaver stood on Bear's head there. Porcupine stood on Beaver's tail. Fox stood very carefully on Porcupine's back. 1, 2, 3, and... no grapes. Fox rubbed his feet. He pulled a bramble from his tail. Oh. He uncurled his whiskers. What might be helpful is a wee catch and swing, said Fox with a pencil and an eraser. Yes, catch and swing should definitely do it. Beaver looked at Bear, who looked at Porcupine, and the 3 shrugged and kind of said, if you say so. Fox spied 2 tiny little eyes. They were peeking through a bush. Ah, Possum! Possum, my dear, do you like grapes? Me? Whispered Possum shyly. Why, yes, I do like grapes. Thanks for asking. I like grapes very much. Fox grinned. Excellent! Look and listen. Here's the plan. Bear stands here. Beaver stands on Bear's head there. Porcupine stands on Beaver's tail. I stand on Porcupine. You stand on me. And so on, and etc., etc. Which lifts you, whose tail curls around here and then swings back to me. who I grab, ending up there, and voila! Grapes. Possum stared at the grapes. He stared at the branch. She stared at the plan. "Pardon me," said Possum, "but it seems so confusing and complicated. Perhaps if I..." interrupted Fox. "Possum, my dear pet. Now, don't worry those little few hairs on your extremely unattractive head. No, nothing to fret over and faint dead away. Trust me, my dear. After all, I am the fox. I am the one who is sly and clever and smart, and well, I know how to get grapes." Possum blinked. "If you say so." So, take a look. We're starting to stack up. From top to bottom. There's Fox, there's Possum, there's the grapes. They're so close. Bear stood here. Beaver stood there. Porcupine stood on Beaver's tail. Fox stood carefully on Porcupine. And Possum stood on Fox, ready to swing into action. 1, 2, 3, and boost. Oomph, scooch, swing. No grapes. "What you doing?" asked Skunk. "Blast that bunch of fruit," groused Fox, crawling out from under. "There is simply no possible way to get those grapes, and that is that." Possum looked at Porcupine, who looked at Beaver, who looked at Bear. "I can run up the tree and toss them down," said Possum. "Oh, I can aim and I can shoot them down," said Porcupine. I can cut them down," said Beaver. "Oh, I can give the tree a shake," said Bear. Fox glared. "Oh, really? Then why didn't one of you say something earlier?" "Well," Possum spoke up, "after all, you are the fox." "Sly," said Porcupine. "Clever," said Beaver. "Smart," said the Bear. Very smart." Fox turned with a huff and a sniff. "Well, do as you wish. I, for one, wouldn't think of eating one of those lousy, rotten, stinking grapes now. Even if I could. They're probably sour anyway." "If you say so,"